All right, guys, so we're working on this COVID tent designed to protect you from patients who may or may not be transmitting the virus. You should really use this tent whenever you're transporting somebody with suspected coronavirus infection, especially if you're doing a procedure that involves aerosolation of medicine or oxygen. So high flow oxygen, endotracheal intubation, CPAP, or eval-buterol treatments. You'll notice that we have fitted the stretchers with these things called addites, and they try to be painted as close to the factory yellow as possible. These will stay on place or in place for as long as this pandemic lasts. Please don't remove them because they're very difficult to get back and forth on and off the stretcher. This is one of the frames. There's a left and a right-sided frame. You'll notice that this was very difficult to get off because the paint does a good job of sealing that in there. But all you're going to do is fit the two ends of the pipe together. And then once you have it in place, just give it a little tap. We're going to come over to the other side, do the same thing. You'll notice that one end has a rounded elbow, one end has a T here. You want to make sure that you have the T to the back so that we can adjust the bar that goes in the back for the actual isolation cloth. Again, just give it a little tap. Okay, once you've got it there, each truck is going to have a bag of these drop cloths. They're 0.7 mil, really designed for painting. It's a barrier that is going to keep you, hopefully, from the patient's secretions. The last sections that are going to be added are these 24-inch sections, 3/4-inch PVC pipe. So we're going to take one section, we're going to put it in here. And this is the bottom support. Again, just give it a little tap. The upper support. And then the forward upper support. So you can see there's a nice little box here that we've built for this. So then you're going to take one of these drop cloths, and then you and your partner, you're just going to roll this thing out. This can be somewhat of a challenge to kind of get the edge. Obviously, you want to try and do this before you expose yourself to the patient, so long as the patient is stable enough and they can tolerate you doing this, or another crew can help you with this, because there's a fair amount of setup required, but it's not overtly lengthy. So this is a 9 by 12 drop cloth. Kind of a challenge with gloves on. Once you've got the drop cloth opened up, you're just going to go over top of the frame. And then pull it down so that the feet will be covered as well. Okay, once you've got this in place, there'll be 4 handspring clamps. You're just going to take the clamps here, clamp down here. Obviously the wind is not helping us out today, but I think folks will be able to get the idea. I'm just going to wad this all up like this and make sure that you have both the plastic sheeting and the frame before you deploy the clamp. And now you've got a relatively isolated patient. If you need to do something as far as intubate the patient, you simply just put your hands underneath this and put the patient here at 30 degrees semi-Fowlers. You get your video laryngoscopy or direct laryngoscopy. Do what you got to do inside the patient, but you've got this covering, this plastic sheeting here that's protecting you, your mucous membranes from the patient. You should still obviously be wearing your N95, still be wearing goggles, still have some type of a respiratory protection for yourself, but it's an additional layer that keeps you from reaching the patient's secretions. We tried this out this morning, had very good success. Multiple people tried intubating, making sure they can access the airway. It was very successful. I think we're going to have good success with this. I'm interested in your comments, your feedback, so please send those through ShippAdvisors, and I look forward to seeing you guys out there. Thank you.